Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gallop Major, and this is a review of the Russian premium Tier 7 cruiser, the Kutuzov. It's the reward for the War and Peace campaign. However, you do have to have Admiralty backing to get her. So you need Admiralty backing first, then you need to complete the campaign. Once you unlock her, you'll get some missions to complete in her. I think it's about 4 missions. Things like get a number of hits with bang battery, win a game, do so much damage in the ship, and the reward for that is the Kutuzov flag. I'm flying it here. It's a little bit small. I don't think I can quite get a view on it, but it's basically a black flag with almost like a gold crested head in the middle. Now the Kutuzov, she's quite interesting, that's for sure. Survivability wise, she has pretty average HP for the tier. But she has no torpedo bulge. There's no reduction for getting hit by torpedoes. However, she has quite a reasonable upper band of armour, but she comes with no repair party, which is definitely a bit more unique now with the Tier 7 cruisers, because they gave all the Tier 7 cruisers repair parties. Now, this is, just going to quickly recap it, but we're having a game of Domination and Haven. The other team, we've got Belfast, 2 Kutuzovs and Charles Martel. So the Belfast and 2 Kutuzovs all have smoke screens. There's no destroyers, which is quite nice, but lots and lots of battleships. So obviously we don't want to be taking too much damage off of them. While we're just hiding out in this smoke screen with a lot of our friends, or friendlies I should say, we might as well talk about the artillery. Artillery-wise, we've got a really long range. We've got the longest range out of all the Tier 7 cruisers. Now they're quite competitive with the DPM and the turret traverse, so they seem to be pretty generally alright. You're not the best at anything, not bad at anything, but you've got that really good range that allows you just to churn it out. Torpedoes, once you've got them, basically, because she comes with them anyway, they're actually quite sound. 8 kilometer range for a change. However, you're among the slowest, which is something just to mention really. You've got quite slow torpedoes, and then but the range and the damage output is quite competitive really as well. Now I've just got the Bismarck firing at me, so I'm just going to turn and try and dodge that. That's alright then. Maneuverability, generally pretty average to good, nothing really special here. Got average speed, a good turning circle, you've got quite an average rudder shift as well, nothing special but nothing terrible either at the same time. Concealment wise, we have a pretty large concealment, so I'd probably look into seeing what you can do about that. Thankfully the Kutuzov does come with a premium camo, which is very similar to a Type 4 camo, so that is something that comes in its favour. Now consumable wise, you get 2 sonar and 2 smoke, and obviously you can bring that up with using a fully packed ability on a commander. Now the 2 sonar can pick up torpedoes at 3.1 kilometers range and enemy ships at 4.4 kilometers range. It lasts for 99 seconds and takes 180 seconds to reload. And then the smoke screen, which is quite interesting, so we got another Tier 7 smoke cruiser. This has a 20-second duration, that's how long to lay the smoke screen, and an 89-second dispersion, which is how long the smoke screen will last for. Now, it has a 240-second reload, and what I've found with the Kutuzov is when you want to lay a smoke screen, hit it into reverse first, and you should be able to stop inside your smoke screen. If you start laying your smoke screen first, then you're going to be hitting issues of outrunning your smoke screen. Now, in regards to what mods I've gone for aiming systems first. I just feel that's the right thing to do. Just give you a general buff to your secondaries, your main armament and your torpedoes. Second mod I've gone for is steering gears. I just feel that we need that additional rudder shift speed. It's just because it really is quite heavy in the water at times. Oh, nice little sift there. For the third mod, I've gone for Concealment module. I just think you really need it. I'm going to now use that smoke screen. Yeah, that additional minus 10% detectability is really needed. And then for the fourth and final mod, I've gone for gunfire control. The reason for this is I want to increase my range even more, so I've got an extra 5% range. So we seem to be doing alright. We're using our first smoke screen. Now, one thing to mention is that when firing in smoke, you do have a detectability of 7.7 kilometers. So you can see that when I fire, that really jumps out. So you can always just use your torpedo range just to check, is there anything currently detected within that detectability range? Because if there is, then you know that when you fire in your smoke screen, you're going to get spotted. This means that you can be, if there's destroyers in the game, and you think they're in the general vicinity, I wouldn't be surprised if you're firing for a destroyer to think, if I sneak up near him, I can spot him and my battleships can then shoot you. So always try and bear that in mind. She seems to be quite slow at spooling up as well. It's not exactly like you can suddenly churn out loads of speed, so always bear that in mind when your smoke screen starts to count down like it is now. She seems to be quite a good HE spammer. She seems to chuck a lot of due to your rate of fire and your caliber, you can throw a lot of high explosives downrange, and then because of that, it means that you can get quite a lot of fires on target. Pretty much almost like guarantee a fire per volley almost, which is quite good when you're picking on battleships. You can definitely pick them out. There you go, I'm just slapping on the speed just to make sure I can get out of here quickly. Now that Iowa shouldn't see me from Hunt's Island. That Colorado could be an issue. I mean, fresh battleship to pick on. Now, I'm not sure how this game's going to go, because they've obviously got the battleship victory over us at the moment, and they managed to just pick us all off, so I don't think this one's going to be a winner. But you can see that torpedo range can be useful. But yeah, where's our battleship? Right back there. That's not too good. What I might do, I might just see if I can just chuck some torpedoes down to see if he's expecting them. Might just chuck them there. He seems to be consistent in sizing his course there. See if we can get another fire, because he's obviously put that fire out. Now the armor should be alright to bounce. Although, of course, you do still have that issue of if it's not hitting angled armor, if it's hitting like your stern and stuff, you do seem to obviously get the odd penetration comes through, which can be a little bit of a nuisance. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it look like I'm making a break-off engagement. And hopefully he should then wander into some torpedoes, which would be useful. Oh, this could be painful. That might finish him. Don't know, I'm now spotted by aircraft. So this is going to be quite a difficult one. I don't think we're going to be pulling off any victories here unless something special happens. Because we've got the Colorado to take out, and then we've got the Iowa, and the Lion, and one of the Kutuzov, so it's quite difficult. But she seems to be quite a nice cruiser. I do enjoy her. She feels heavy in the water, similar to like a heavy cruiser, but she seems to have that DPM of a light cruiser, which is quite nice. The lack of repair party, because that lack of repair party, you do have like a lower health pool in comparison to the other cruisers. It's a bit of a nuisance, really. It would have been nice to get it as well. I mean, the Attigo and pretty much all the Tech Tree cruisers, apart from the Charles Mattel, come with a repair party. So it seems like you've been singled out a little bit there, which means that your staying power can be a little bit reduced. But then you've got smoke, so maybe you got that to take into account. Now I should have some torpedoes coming out, but I think that Kutuzov is going to... Oh, they've failed on the other side. Now, I can't really pop a smoke screen because I know that my firing detectability range will actually not allow me to be able to do that. What I'll do, if I just quickly pop that in there, I'll chuck some torps there. And then what I want to do, I just want to disappear really. Let my secondaries play. Now the secondary range on the Kutuzov is about 5.3 kilometers, and although they've removed the AA stats, these secondary guns should be dual purpose. In reality, they are radar fitted, hence the weird little domes on top of the secondary armament. So that should be a nice little addition as and when they bring aircraft stats back into the game and stuff. Now, I know 7.7 kilometers, so I need the Iowa just to push away a little bit more, which he should do. 7.7, there we go. So if you see that ticket, there we go. Now we can shoot. So this is the thing, that's something to always bear in mind, is that detectability when firing the smoke. It's almost like if there's something with a cruise in the smoke, I can see, if you think it's a Kutuzov, I could see maybe pushing in to within a certain distance, and if they keep firing, then you can then you should be able to spot them. So I could see that being a way of being able to get rid of these ships. Now I think the Iowa's going to find me in my smoke screen. Ooh, no, a little bit short. Now this is where I should really be doing my how to smoke guide, where I fire off 2 turrets and wait until they're half reloaded and then pop the other half off. But I really need to start moving forward as well, because this is definitely the end for me. What's 120,000 damage? I might just try one more volley on the Iowa before I get deleted. Well, depending upon me is not going to last much longer. Let's just try for the last little bit more DPM. There we go. Nearly got the Iowa burnt out though. That would have been quite nice. So the Kutuzov, she's definitely a nice all-rounder. If you do get her with the amateur backing and you end up with that mission, the mission does end when at the end of this update. So basically, when we go into the next patch almost, that mission won't be available, but you should be able to easily churn that mission out. I did it in an evening quite easily, and you can do it in AI. So if you find you're just struggling, you can just spaff it into a couple of AI games and just churn it out. The flag's quite nice. The premium camo is quite nice, so if you're looking for maybe an alternative tier 7 cruiser, maybe to get the premium supplies, that could be quite nice. Came top of the team, which was a nice little turnout really. But yeah, no, she's quite a nice one. As always, down in the description I will have the commander build and the ship mods. Here we can look at the flag, so that's what the flag actually looks like, and then here's the camo. Hopefully the ship will appear in my port eventually. But if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. I'm the Galaxy Major, and back to the port.